trying to pursue an online presence or being online a lot could be detrimental to your relationship. Honestly, it could be. Good morning. How are you? Just finished up a quick shoot with some pretty lingerie. I may even do a video on this because it is pretty. I actually had a conversation with my daughter just yesterday. We were talking about, just being a wife, and specifically in this field, whether it's for your business, or you like to model clothes, or whatever the case may be that has you online. There's an automatic assumption that you are a cheater, or just in some way a bad wife or mate. Or there are so many women who have left the idea of the 9-to-5 regular job behind, and that requires them to be an online presence to promote themselves online. So that's part of the job, to have as many people see your face and know you. And there are a lot of relationships who I don't think they're ready for that. Let me put this in here. First and foremost, I do not have a degree in relationships. I am no relationship expert. I have been a wife forever. Half my life, basically, I've been this man's wife. And when I say we have both changed throughout this marriage, is an understatement. It's been a journey in itself, but that's what choosing to live a life with somebody is about. So back to the topic at hand. Okay, let me get my butt back to work. So I met my husband at 17, maybe a little younger. Anyways, yeah, we were married when I turned 18. He was active duty from jump, so I knew what I was getting into there. So the military wife thing has been all too real to me. I lived it, breathed it, know all about that. Ladies, if you're in the comment section, let me know if this was true for you. But this is my experience, and what I've seen happen is, actually 9 times out of 10, when a female starts posting online, or anybody starts posting online, their confidence is already at, like, let's say a 5, 6. Nowadays that's pretty good for most people. One of two things can happen. So the mean things that people start saying to you will really start to get under your skin. It'll start to affect you. It'll break your heart. You'll really start internalizing those mean comments, and it will cause you to quit, or it will cause you to pull back, and it affects you in that manner. And then the other side of the table, another thing that can happen is that something can click inside you, and you realize that those are just words. They don't mean nothing. The majority of the people that are seeing you understand what you're doing, and they're supportive of you, and they get your message. So you learn to just kick that other stuff to the curb, realize that there's just some miserable people out there in this world that want you to be miserable with them, so they just gonna go on your comments and just say all kind of stuff. So there's that type, but what happens is, when you decide to let those mean comments go and keep rolling on and trucking on and trying to be successful, that's the person that begins to gain confidence. Not because they're sitting there looking at all the little likes and stuff, although that does let you know that you're doing a good job, but you don't become dependent on that. You just start to see that what you're doing is working, people are responding to it, and you gain a confidence in that way. You stop worrying about all the negativity and all the crap, and you just keep doing you, and you keep moving forward with your vision, moving forward with what motivates you, so that you can bring that to other people. Confidence, that type of confidence. And it's a confidence like in your skill, in your craft. Like with any job that you do, if you've been doing it for a while, you start getting good at it. You start gaining your confidence in that job. It's the same thing for online business or your online presence. That's what we go through as creators, and I guess people who want to be influencers. But that's the process. You know, you start out, you gain your confidence, but the problem happens is when the spouse or the significant other sees you growing in this confidence and they misinterpret it, the meaning behind it. And there's a confidence that comes from more than just how you look in certain things, like the confidence of being able to master the art of being able to find all your right angles so you can make these clothes look good, or knowing when to post so that everybody sees it, and knowing, figuring out your audience, knowing what kind of music they like. And I mean, there's a confidence that really shines through on you when you have to use everything about you to make this work. You have to go and get the information to propel yourself forward in this field. So there's a confidence that comes from being able to do that. Confidence, confidence, confidence. It's not only your confidence that needs to be considered, the confidence of your spouse or your significant other. I'm sorry, y'all. I had got a rock in my shoe, so I had to come sit down, let my head air out for a minute. It is hot out there. Whew. Y'all know how you feel all that heat coming off top of your head. Your significant other, whatever, whoever you're with, they have to have a certain level of confidence also. And I'm not just talking about, cockiness or someone who's like got a big ego. I'm talking about down to the core, confident in who they are, knows who they are, knows what they have in you, and vice versa. Like, confident person just all the way around. They can't be the type to be easily offended, because so they'll be going in your comments, or they'll see some of the comments, and some of them may be about them. So they have to kind of have a tough skin to this stuff also. Alright, let me actually put a tree in the ground today. But what in the world? Y'all, I done put my top on inside out. Oh well, it's okay. Ain't nobody gonna see me but this tree today. And y'all, oh man. Anyways, so yeah, confidence. I'll move on from that, but I can't speak to that enough. The confidence level of you and your significant other, your spouse, your husband, your wife, whatever, has got to be up there. Not that fake confidence, not the confidence of, I look cute in this outfit today and tomorrow I'm going to feel like I'm nothing. No, like, confidence. Real. They have to have it. One thing that I've exposed myself to by becoming active online is just people assuming that I am a horrible wife. If they only knew. But that's the thing. They don't know. You don't know. There is a whole new breed of woman who's at home, in her element, working from home, living out her dreams, but still maintaining the family, still being a good wife. It's just a different type of work. Making yourself so public on social media is going to get you judged. And just a little, I keep saying maybe you don't. These cars are so loud out here. Whew, I'm hot. It's hot, y'all. Whew. I'm doing a lot of this work and y'all don't even see it. That's crazy. Another side note you probably won't realize is that you'll see a change in some of your other relationships once you start making your presence known on social media. People who thought they knew you, you'll often hear them say, "Girl, I didn't really know you," which is true. You nobody knows you if They're not living with you 24/7. They can't know everything about you. So you'll get that version of people, and then you'll get the other version that won't necessarily speak of you while you're in a room, but you know you were the topic of somebody's, I don't know, 4th of July conversation, whatever, you know. And that goes back to building your confidence when it comes to things like that also. Now, one thing I will say, y'all, a lot of this is just pure common sense. I know there's a shortage of some of that around town sometimes, but if your significant other, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever, don't like you going to Walmart in like a short skirt or something, like if they're already checking out what you wear when you go outside the house, or you know, stuff like that, yeah, they're not gonna be cool with you trying on clothes for Judy Boop's boutique, called a sneaker boutique, you know, like they're not gonna be okay with that. They've already, like, y'all already had a certain set of boundaries in place, and just because you're trying to do something online, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're just gonna be like, oh, okay, never mind, since you're trying to make money at it. No, there's a conversation that needs to be had there, like ASAP. Another thing that really, really trips me out about this whole journey is the idea that, you know, we just sit around and take pictures all day. No, you see what I'm doing? There's still a real life that has to be lived. All right, y'all, I'm back at it. I'm on tree number 2. Ooh, did I tell y'all it's hot out here? Anyways, so back to what we were talking about. That's why I say it all comes back down to that confidence level of your spouse or your significant other, on whether or not this is something that's really going to work relationship wise as a wife. And you know, I told you earlier that me and my daughter were talking about wicked wife. You know, that's how I think a lot of people view me, is wicked, mean, like I'm doing my husband dirty or whatever. I have been with that man for so long. He is my rock. He is my everything. He's my one that makes me the maddest, that I just want to choke. And he's the one that I want first if I were to open my eyes after surgery or something. You know, he is like, he's my person. So it's just funny to me that people would think, because of the way I can dress at times, that I would feel any different. Another area I wanted to touch on was respect. There's a misconception that some way, shape, form, or fashion I don't respect my husband because of what I do. Like I'm some kind of, I don't know, call girl or something. But anyway, so yeah, there's this attitude of I disrespect him, and it's like, are you crazy? Are you crazy? When it comes to like risque pieces, he is heavily involved in that process. Like, I want his opinion. Respect is like number 1 in our relationship. So we are very open. Okay, y'all, I went ahead and got those planted for all those ones who think all I do is sit around all day and take pictures. I'm just being petty. That's all. All right, let me show y'all my pretty trees. Look at this. Okay, I did this. These 2 right there today. And I did that one over there. I'm about to head on into this backyard and start on the other ones in a minute. I gotta sit down for a minute. Pearl, why you so loud, girl? My girls over here, they be flossing. Look at them. Living the life of a duck. And look, they always got some little creep over there looking at them, trying to get to them. These boy ducks, man. Curly, Deuce, say what up? Harvesting our big old fat cucumber. even this part has been beneficial to my son. You just saw, like, he's learning this summer how to grow food, how to raise animals that will give you food. He's here with me. We are slowly adding to our little, I don't even know what this is, homestead, farm. So I think I need a goat or one of those little furry cows. Y'all let me know in the comment. Y'all let me know what animal I should get next. That'll be fun. Little furry cows, or even like a little tiny mini horse, a goat, or a donkey. So let me know what y'all think. Anyways, back on subject. See, this is why I do scripts for my other stuff, because I will talk your head off. Whew. Okay, guys. This is one of the reasons why I love this man I'm married to so much. He came home earlier, said he was going in back to get something. Back there for a little bit, did what he had to do. He rolled back out. I was up front filming. So while he was home, he went ahead and dug all my holes for me. He just does stuff like that, you know. I don't ask or anything, and I know some of y'all will be like, well, he should have been doing the whole thing anyway. No, it don't work like that. I love being outside. I love doing stuff like this. I may not always have the physicality behind me, but it's okay. Just little things like this, you know. Okay, y'all. So this is North Carolina. It is 1,002 degrees outside right now. It's afternoon, so yeah, it's hot. I'm gonna get these in the ground, and I'll be back in a minute to talk to you. Alright, but just wanted to show proof. I was here, I did that in 1,002 degree temperature, you know. Anyway, see ya. So y'all, at the end of the day, what it boils down to is, if you don't already have trust and respect established in the relationship and open communication, if all three of those aren't already a part of your relationship, then trying to pursue an online presence or being online a lot is just, could be detrimental to your relationship. Honestly, it could be. So just putting that out there. And if you are like building a new relationship and anything is lacking in any of those areas, it's going to be hard to continue to build that relationship, period. There's gotta be trust. There's gotta be that open communication where you have an honest dialogue back and forth with one another. Like, this is acceptable, this ain't. Like, you're really gonna have to get down to the nitty gritty and talk about everything sometimes, you know. So that's one thing. You gotta feel free to have that open dialogue back and forth, and respect. Like, you gotta know your person. You gotta know, am I crossing a line? And if there's anything close to me crossing a line, like, I need to be able to pull myself back and reassess and be like, yeah, that might shine him in a bad light, or, you know, the respect factor. And same goes the other way. Like, your partner, your husband, your wife, your person has to be able to look at the situation as a whole and respect you as an individual, and you trying to express yourself in a certain manner, and like I said, look at everything as a whole and what you're doing, and seeing this as a form of self-expression, not necessarily what everybody else is going to try to make them think it is. Look, I got my buddies back here behind me. We are here at Hope Mills Lake. I am getting ready to sit down under this tree and just enjoy the water and talk to you guys. So let's head over here and sit down. The lake looks pretty today. It's just so hot. Okay, y'all. I'm finally sitting down. I'm in the shade. I'm happy now. The thing I get a lot, I must not be happy in my marriage, or I must not like being a wife, or just something along those lines. Which is just absolutely bonkers, like crazy. Yeah, I have been a wife about half the time that I have been alive. I have been every type of wife, it seems like. I was a young wife. I was a wild wife. I was a dumb wife at times. I was, let's see, I've kind of felt like a single mom at times. My husband was active duty, so when he would leave, I was a military spouse. When you're a military spouse, you can sometimes find yourself in situations where you feel like a single parent. So I've been a stay-at-home wife and mom. I've been a working mom. I've been career-oriented at one point, and we finally got to a point, where both of our older kids, I had 2 in college at the same time. So once they graduated, that gave us a little more financial freedom for me to pursue my new dream, which is content creation. Like, this is where I've landed. This is what I'm doing now. It poses its own set of challenges, but as far as it being something that affects my relationship, absolutely not. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I had to move. That sun was following me, and it was getting a little hot over there. Okay, so what is it about my or any female's material that she puts online that's tastefully done say that she doesn't like being a wife or she doesn't like being married? Yeah, so this would often be the topic of discussion at my old workplace. My coworker and I just kind of didn't understand like why celebrity women can be moms and wives and wear the skimpy clothing and do what it takes to promote themselves in their career field, but when like an everyday mom tries to do that to promote herself and her business online, or it's like looked down upon. It's such a double standard. Back in the day, the word wicked used to actually mean something good. So, they say there's a good side and a bad side. There's 2 sides to every story. So, I'll be the wicked wife, okay? In my eyes, that means good. I know for a fact that I am the bomb wife. At the end of the day, it's all about you and your relationship and what boundaries you've put in place and where you guys want to come together on things. Where you want to give, where you want to take. Is it even considered a give and take? Your trust level, your confidence level, both of you, not just one. This isn't for everybody. Not every relationship is going to be okay through all this. So, but like I said, I've been a wife forever. I love being a wife. I'm great at being a wife. It's what I want to do. I've always known that I was meant to be somebody's wife. So that has never been up for question. Now, having said that, being a wife is part of who I am, but it does not define me as a person, just like being a mother does not define me as a person. I, Felicia, am me. It took me a long time to come to that realization and to get there, but just like everything else in life, you grow through that point. So I am my own individual person. I understand that my actions affect those around me, so I pay very much attention to what I'm doing. So, hey guys, it's the next day. Cleaned up, ready to go for a new day. Wanted to pop on here real quick and finish up this video. That's why I look different. But just a couple more finishing thoughts on this. I really think it's super important for us to remember not to jump to conclusions about someone based solely off of what we see online about their faithfulness. You know, everybody is coming into situations with different playing partners, you know, so what works for one couple isn't going to work for another, and we have to understand that. And we have to understand that each couple has their own set of rules they're playing by, not necessarily yours or mine. They're different as individuals. So the way that they come together on this stuff is different than what might happen between you and your significant other. Different people, different strokes for different folks. I just don't want it to go unnoticed that what's taking place online right now with women, young women, old women, is great. It's a great opportunity for us all. And I think that some of the mindsets are just still stuck in the past. So, yeah, y'all let me know if anybody else is going through this. If not, hey, maybe it's just me, but all right. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.